All right, it is Colin at Apache Camping Center. Today we have something special. This is a tent trailer. It is the 228 BHSE. The SE is Sports Enthusiast Package. It comes with a few different amenities that makes it, let's say, a lightweight off-road or off-grid trailer. The nice thing about these tent trailers is it is a thicker but better insulated than a tent, but it collapses down to a size that you can fit in your garage. It makes it much easier to tow, much easier to store, and it folds up into something large enough to fit the whole family. When you have a travel trailer, one of the biggest expenses that you can find month after month is going to be storage, unless you can fit it in someplace like an RV spot on the side of your house or in your garage. The other benefit with being able to fit it in your garage is it keeps it out of the elements, keeps it nice, especially with something that you want to keep for the long term. That is a really nice benefit for a folding trailer. This is going to be something that gets the whole family out camping. You got a ton of storage up front. We'll start up at the front first. Ton of storage up front. You got 2 batteries up there. You do have 2 propane tanks. Those are 5-gallon propane tanks for a total of 10 gallons, keeping you camping for the long term. You do have an automatic lift on here. So you hit that. That is going to actually bring up and down that top rectangular piece roof. The manual crank up front for that tongue jack, 2-inch receiver, and you are on your way. On the Sports Enthusiast Package, some things to note: you do have a solar panel up top, and you do have a nitrogen-filled Goodyear tire. You can tell it's nitrogen-filled because it does have that green tab right there, and you can tell it's Goodyear because it says right across the front. But that is one really nice addition for these travel trailers to start putting on name brand tires. A lot of times they'll throw on some willy-nilly tire that, doesn't have the best reputation. Goodyear tire is going to have a great reputation. You probably run some on your car at some point. This is standard on the Flagstaff 228 BHSE. That table, that griddle, you do have a propane connection. Again, you got the 10 gallons of propane up front. So running out of propane, probably not going to happen too quickly. You do have a awning up top as well, and that is going to give you nice shade over the campsite, over where you're cooking, and that pops out and connects to these brackets here. Outdoor speaker, you've got your antenna, and the best part about this is you do have all your amenities in there. So this is actually a cassette toilet. So you have a cassette toilet on a tent trailer. That pops are really easy. You do have a handle. It's got wheels on there, so getting that around, not a problem. It's just like a little suitcase. Don't want to be pulling it around everywhere. It's not the best thing to have rolling around, but really easy to reinstall. Throw it in there, close it up, and you're on your way. So let's take a look inside this 228 BHSE and see how much room there is to fit the whole family and what amenities they really packed into this tent trailer. So we open it up here. I do want to let you in on a little secret. On tent trailers, one of the easiest things to do to keep this door open is flip this over the corner, and that keeps that door open. So as we come in here, you do have your king-size bed up front. We're looking at the front of the trailer here. This is where the hitch is, right beyond that canvas there. You've got a little bit of netting that you can throw some clothes, stuffed animals, anything that you wanted up there. These are heated mattresses. They're 12-volt heated. They have plugs on either side, on one side, that will heat the mattress. So if you are in colder weather, it's going to be really nice to be able to have that running. Up here, you do have some prep space. A lot of the cabinetry in tent trailers are going to be a little bit lower, just because it has to fold down into a smaller area. So on here, this is an access panel. You've got more storage underneath this. You've got your your water pumps, your water heater, and 12-volt outlet, 110 outlet, speaker. Now over here is something that's really nice. You got a little cubby right there, but you also have your toilet and shower. You do have a curtain that hangs across the top on that railing there, a nice light underneath, and you are able to shower inside of this area. On the outside, that is where that cassette that I pulled out earlier was. So it makes it very simple to be able to use the shower, the toilet, and be able to dump any of that waste once you're done. So flipping around to the kitchen, the way they've laid this out, it's actually pretty nice. You do have a 3-burner stove that's pretty generous. This handle here is actually so you can move this entire thing. If you can see that. Move the entire thing so it folds down lower. This countertop is actually too high for it to collapse down on top of, and that's why you have to bring this to a lower portion with that handle. A little bit of cheeky storage right there. You've got a sponge holder, little scrubber holder. Under here, you've got a nice pull-out bin. This is going to be your refrigerator. Actually fairly generous for this size of travel trailer. On this side, another access panel here. You do have a small drawer under there. This is going to be your furnace. You do have your controls for your furnace right here as a Suburban. They do give you a little bit more storage with these hanging bags. You have to pull them off the hooks to be able to collapse this down, but it is nice to have if you're staying a little bit more longer term, or if you have it packed up, you can pack it up, throw it on the floor, and then once the trailer is up and in the up position, you can just clip it back on there and you have your hanging storage. Now for sleeping space, the back end is going to be a queen. This dinette folds down, and this will actually fold out as well into another bed. So you could feasibly have 1, 2, 3, 4 sleeping really comfortably, or 2, 4, 5, 6. So a lot of people you could fit in here if you're bringing friends, family, a lot of place to spread out. The dinette does have this leaf that helps extend the table if you wanted someone sitting on the end here. But you also have the option of just flipping that underneath, so you don't need that in the way as well. You do have an inverter on this trailer too, so you can use the 110 outlets off of the battery power, which is fantastic. Again, this mattress is heated as well. You want to be staying warm, especially in these tent trailers. Obviously not as well insulated as a hard-sided trailer, but it is getting you out and getting you into some pretty cool spots. You do have your fans up top to be able to keep some air circulating. And what's really nice about these tent trailers is the ability to open it all the way up. We could open up all the windows, just have a little bit of UV protection on a little bit of a tint on this plastic covering. You can pull this over so it gets a little bit darker, have some privacy, but you can pull that down and it's just a bug screen, a giant bug screen. So every one of these windows has it. You can open this up to get amazing light and breathability in these trailers. So fantastic option. Options for bedding. We can pull out the leaf on there and fold this table down into a bed. This bed here, this just all right, so with these beds folded down, you do have a little bit more sleeping space. Your walking space in between is probably about 8 inches. So you're really squeezing through if you want to get to this one up top, but you don't really have any spot for your legs to be obstructed out there. So I'm 6'5", being able to sit in here or sleep in here, I wouldn't have too big of an issue. If I was on the dinette, I would have a much bigger issue because your feet, or my feet, will come up right against it. So my head's all the way up on someone else's bed. So that's not really going to work. Much more suited for the kids. All right, so that is the 228 BHSE from Flagstaff. This is a fantastic option if you want plenty of area that collapses down into a small towable profile. It also can fit in a traditional size garage, keeping you from paying for storage that can get upwards of $500 a month. That is saving you a ton in the long run and also getting you and your family out camping very comfortably, especially with the heated mattresses, the 20-gallon freshwater tank, the shower and toilet on board. The 228 BHSE from Flagstaff You can download the brochure linked below, or you can get in contact with us at apachecamping.com.